start?
Hi, I'm Macy Castillo. I am the CEO and co-founder of Enstack. We are an SME app focused on empowering small businesses to digitize their operations with our different features that are made specifically for small businesses. So that means, our app, we call it the first super app for SMEs in Southeast Asia. We provide features including an omni-channel sales and storefront, which means they can sell online and offline. So we provide them with a free online store, as well as a mobile POS solution on the app, and then everything from payments and logistics, even COD, is integrated onto the app, as well as different tools, back office tools that they can use to manage their business.
May fee ba when they join Enstack?
So joining Enstack, walang fee. So for us, it's very important for us to get all these small businesses on board and digitize. So we appreciate na, for them, they want to try it out first and then figure out like how to digitize their operations, learn how to make that shift into digital and online. And then, we work with them growing their business, and then we charge fees later on depending on the transactions.
So for ano yung mga difficulties that you encounter setting up yung Enstack at the same time getting businesses on board?
So for us, I think the biggest problem in general for digitization is, the businesses ayaw nila, lagi silang, wary of any change, right? And that's a big change to operate from manual, offline, to using just one app, right, to manage their entire operation. So I think the fear of digitization, for example, for some, is the barrier for them to start using tools like ours. But for us, we really acknowledge that na eh. So even the way we build our app, it's very easy for them to get started. So walang masyadong setup. So for example, when they download the app, register, all they have to do is add their products on our app. Tapos it's already live on their online store, and then they just have to set up. They have to just give us payment and shipping information kung saan ipipick up yung item from them, and then they can already sell online and offline. So very fast, and then once they do that, automatically they get access to our payments channels and our logistics providers. So for us also, we're very unique kasi our app has both same day and standard delivery. So, we have Lalamove, we have Grab, we have Borzo. They can send same day, like in an hour for food, for example. And then we have the standard delivery partners also for regular shipments.
So, how is Enstack different from other e-commerce app or platform? What's your big come on for sellers to jump into your app?
Yeah. So for us, we're very proud about the fact that we provide all of these tools on the app with giving our sellers flexibility to operate their business however they see fit. So hindi kami yung, we enable the D2C providers. So we enable them to go direct to their customers instead of going through a platform with all the rules, with all the requirements. So for us, we give them all these tools. We give them the flexibility to manage their own business as they see fit. So it's also a way for them to be able to adjust in terms of kung ano yung gusto nilang i-digitize first, right? And instead of biglang switch to digital that they might be uncomfortable with at the beginning.
So how is it safe for the sellers to join Enstack? I mean, when they communicate with their customers, ano yung mga security?
So for us it's different kasi they directly communicate with their customers. So unlike the other e-commerce platforms, we don't directly communicate even with their customers. So we really just provide the tools for the merchants. So sila, that's their own relationship, and they really own that relationship with their customers.
A key differentiator between brick-and-mortar stores and e-commerce platforms is personalized customer experiences. Now, how can an omnichannel store builder that promotes simple and easy building also highlight the importance of personalized customer experience when they're creating their own platform?
I think it's even easier for them, right? Because they control how their online store looks. They control what products are on there. They control how they deliver. So wala kaming parang, okay, you have to deliver within 2 days or you're gonna get a penalty. So they also are able to interface directly with their customers. We are just there to support them and give them all the tools they need. So yeah, even the way they communicate with their customers, that's them. That's really them that the customers are speaking to versus a platform.
So there are numerous studies already supporting the idea that this is the era of the store brand, with a significant amount of shoppers choosing store brands or private labels due to their low prices. Now, would you say pricing is the most influential factor in the purchasing decisions of Filipinos today?
I
Based
think
on your data or
yeah.
in your experience with customers?
Definitely. A large part of from the beginning, right? From especially the advent of online shopping and e-commerce in the country, which I have been part of. Being part of the founding team of Zalora and starting Shopee in the Philippines. We've really seen that that's a big factor. But now more and more people are thinking about that less in terms of a lot of the brands, especially the ones they have a lot of, they have relationships with, the brands that they feel like they've that they identify with, yun yung mga, they are happier to deal with them directly instead of through the platforms. So I don't think price is the only factor now, right? I mean, it's definitely a big factor, especially with in the economy that we're in. But I think now people appreciate more and more that these are individual brands, independent brands that are able to serve them and know them better than the platforms.
Behind this post-pandemic resurgence of e-commerce, there are growing concerns from consumers and business owners alike. Scalability, data security, and payment preferences. Now, what are Enstack's efforts towards these three areas?
So in terms of business scalability, that's the same thing, right? So that's the same mission that we have in terms of giving them all these tools so they can start small and then grow from there, right? Because we also grow with them in terms of, okay, so they'll start, they'll maybe we're their first foray into digital. We know how, we help them get started. So even for our even for our small businesses, we provide them with the support not only from our community but from the Enstack team. So for each of these Enstack seller merchants, we have people from the team, from our Enstack team, who will contact them, will check if they have questions or if they have any challenges in terms of operating or using the app or running their business. So we have that community that we build from the beginning in terms of helping them understand their business, scale, all of that, right? So there's scalability, data security, and what's the third one? Payments. Yeah. So the security I covered a little bit earlier in terms of they own that customer, right? For us, we just help them provide the tools. Of course, we need some information because we have to know where to deliver, or but apart from that, they own that the relationship with their customers. For us, in terms of definitely for payment, payment options, flexibility, you heard Zendet today, talk a little bit about all their efforts to provide the most available payment options for our merchants. So we work closely with them. We work closely with our other partners, including our COD partners, to add more and more of that, right? So talagang, if they want, and for us, if they just want COD, then they can just turn on COD on Enstack. If they want cashless, they can turn on cashless payments. So that's a big deal for us to be able to provide this flexibility for them, because more than us, these businesses know their own operations and their own business, right? These business owners. So they're the experts for us, right? So we are here just to help them with the tools, with to help scale, to help expand and reach more customers. But we defer to them as really like the ones who know their business so well, and they that's their focus, and their mission is really to grow that their business.
So just a follow-up, you're working with different store owners, MSMEs, and what's your exposure, for example, if these entities are attacked by, let's say, a malicious actor, and they are exposed to ransomware, the attacker got personal identifiable information. So what's Enstack's exposure in that kind of?
So for us, we build a very, we have a very robust system. So we're always, we make sure that we have best in class infrastructure to protect from that, right? So of course, like you always hear about these, like, cybersecurity issues. We work with suppliers, vendors who help us build that and keep optimizing that infrastructure to make sure that all these data, all this information are safe.
How do you pass on the costs? For example, if, for those who are using the platform for free.
So it's free to a certain extent. So every time there's a transaction, we have transaction fees. We have we have shipping fees. So we have fees that we take from transactions. It's not completely free in that way. I mean, it's free to start with, and then of course, as they grow, we also charge fees. But our mantra is if they're not making money, we're not making money, right? So
So let's talk about the contest.
yeah, yes,
It's a million prize.
yeah, ₱1 million, yes.
Prize. Tapos the criteria is who's the biggest seller?
Yes. So for us, we have a criteria of the contest is from July 1 to December 31, so 6-month period. So our Enstack sellers who are on the platform, so the beauty about Enstack is you can track all your orders, right? So for us, it's all the sellers who have completed orders on the platform that we've tracked. We know it's delivered because we work with the payment partners. We know it's paid because we work with the payment partners. So those are qualified entries for the contest. So the winner is whoever has the highest grossing sales for 2 of the 6 months. For all completed orders.
Paano yung how can you define na ito ay legit?
Yeah.
I mean, kasi diba, 1 million to eh. So,
Yeah.
merong iba dyan na malicious acts. I mean,
Yeah.
how can you guarantee na hindi magkakaroon na parang
Legitimate.
Yeah.
legitimate
No.
sale?
So the great question.
Okay, yung legitimate sales eh. Kasi
Yeah.
you have the,
Pwede i-pop up, pwede nila
oo, pwede nila ano sa iba, okay, you buy this,
Yeah.
order sa iba, just
Yeah.
to make the sale.
So for us, of course, like we have our team in place we have actually an operations team in place who always check, regardless of if it's a contest or not, right? So, we're quite strict on the usage of the platform anyway. Tapos for us, because we work with all these partners who ensure na-deliver yung product, nabayaran yung what do you call this, nabayaran yung sale. Hindi naman siya parang, kapit-bahay lang pala yung nag-order or something.
Meron
Yeah.
It happened before.
Yeah.
Paano yun? Balance and check. Yun na lang. Paano na lang ang balance and
Yeah,
check?
so we have a team who always checks not only the products but not only the transactions but also the products, right? So we always have regular checks for content, for transactions to make sure na of course we'll always have malicious actors, but we'll always have we're prepared for that we've been here. For us, a big part of the team in Stack has been doing e-commerce for 10 years or more. So I think hopefully we know most, if not all, the tricks of the trade.
So far, you've been 10 years na. Ilan na yung onboard na
Yeah. We're only a year. We only launched end of last year.
Okay.
But as we experience, kasi we have a lot of e-commerce.
So far, ilan na yung actually
Yeah.
I have a question. Kasi di ba, hindi naman lahat ng items na merchant mo is
Yeah.
the same price.
Yes.
So, if we're going to base it
Yes.
sa gross,
Yeah.
parang
No.
it's going to be
Di ba?
Yeah. No, to make it fair for us, so just knowing also our merchants' history, ganyan. So to make it fair, only the first 25,000 pesos of each transaction counts. So kahit na malaki, kahit na benta ka ng lupa or something on Enstack or whatever. So they, what do you call this? We only count the first
so
25,000.
meron kang maximum.
Yes, per order. To make it fair for everybody. Kasi pwede sila magbenta ng kotse, pero first 25,000 pa rin. Yeah.
So far, ilan na yung onboard ninyo dito?
So for the app, we have over 100,000 users now on the app. Oh.
Tapos paano nyo, kasi sabi mo nga, madaling
Yes.
apply. Pero paano nyo pina-qualify?
For
Yung na ito okay siyang business or okay siya na dapat mag-apply, parang gano'n.
apply for the app or apply for the business competition? for the app, anybody who wants to start a business, even if it's small, we're happy to have them on board. Kasi for them, diba, they can use the app, they can learn how to operate their business, and then when we only charge anyway when they make a sale.
So what?
Yeah.
For small business ba, do you still need for them to submit DTI?
So for us, when they begin, we don't need to submit DTI. Of course, as they, they want to use a few more features. For example, we work with the payment partners. So for them, kunyari yung mga payments they have their own requirements kasi to comply with KYC sa BSP. So that one, we work with our partners, including Zendet and the COD partners, to collect those requirements na on the app. So when we onboard them, andun na yung, very simple though, ID, selfie, we do that KYC and some proof of billing, and then they're able already to use all the features on the platform.
So DTI certificate is one of the...
No, right now we don't need a DTI certificate. Yeah, so we're really trying to.
Another thing, pag nagbukas pa yung isang SME, no programming ba yung store?
Yes. As in, they don't even need to do any, all they have to do the programming is choose the color of their online store. That's it.
So kasama
Yeah.
na dyan yung, you have like an in-out analytics?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so on the app, so when I'll just walk you through a little bit of the app. So when you download, you onboard with us as a seller. So to be able to access some features, kasi we need to do some KYC to open up some features including payments and shipping. So we ask for some information, yung documents, and then we open all these features. So once they do that, they can upload their products already, pictures, prices, information. Tapos that already gets published automatically to their online store. So we have a preset online store. So for them, wala na silang iisipin. For coding, for design, bibili na lang silang color.
So kasama na dyan yung pag-index sa search engine?
Yes,
Kasi
yeah.
yung, tama ko, yung international competitor na
Yes.
is Shopify.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. Yeah.
So, another thing, anong difference from Shopify to Enstack?
So, I mean, in terms of fees, for example, they're subscription-based. So for us, that's why we say we're localized to Southeast Asia. Walang ko bayad ng subscription dito. Mahirap mag-recharge ng subscription. But I think the bigger feature for us is really to make sure na we have all these partners na automatically available. So with Shopify, you have to sign up for your own payments partners, tapos you have to integrate. You have to do some coding in terms of integration. Same for shipping. So lahat yon, it's not integrated. For us, it's really ready to use as soon as they onboard.
So value-added
Yeah.
services instead of subscription.
Yes.
Yung value add, won't that affect, I know they're not your key demographic, pero shops with high-ticket items, would they be discouraged to join the contest if there's an app sa value na mapasok sa...
I think for them maybe, but in terms of it's more, are they high value but less volume? So pag madami silang volume naman, it's but it's, I think for them, in the spirit of the competition also, I think we encourage them to join, and it evens out anyway for us. The 25,000 is a number we've studied in terms of volume versus basket size in terms of for the
So
content.
walang naging discussion prior to the launch na gawing separate, for example, micro category, small, medium category, large?
For us, because we're doing a lot more actually for small and medium enterprises. So we have very little micro, because our target's more small and medium. Because those are the ones who actually we realize are more in need of our services, especially that integrated solutions. So we definitely have some micro, but the ones who are really thriving are yung small, medium, who have significant, a few orders a day or yan. So those are the ones who really...
You're saying large-scale companies right now sa platform?
No. Still very small. Still, yung micro, when we kasi consider small, it's still, 400, 500 peso ticket items. Hindi siya micro na sari-sari store. So with those also, it's harder for us to address. We do have sari-sari stores in our business, but for them, they use a lot more of the cashier feature, some of the GCash features. So for us, we're seeing a lot of them also join the platform, but we're also seeing a lot more of the non-sari-sari store, which is a bigger, actually about 80% I think of the small businesses in SMEs in the Philippines, depending on based on the last report for PSO I think released na, but 80% are non-sari-sari stores. So that's who we really want to target. Because those are the ones who are also more ready and robust for our types of features.
Question lang ako dun sa time frame. Like, yung business owner, meron ba kayong parang, okay, 6 months na, parang hindi kayo na-move or stagnant or you have to exit the app? May ganun
No,
ba
no.
kayo?
Kasi for us, it doesn't matter. Kasi we make money when they make money, right? So we're happy for them to stay as long as they want to.
Last
Yeah.
question, for other details, saan pwedeng
Ah,
mag-check
yes.
pa?
So please, I mean, for the app, we're on enstack.com to download. We're on Google Play, App Store, Huawei App Gallery. For the business Build a Biz competition, it is enstack.com/BAB. Build a Biz, yeah.